Hello everybody, this is Tim again, here to do another video. I recently just got done watching the film The Disaster Artist with James Franco, and let me just tell you, that film was just a real treat to watch. I just really enjoyed seeing it. I'd been wanting to see the film for a while and had never really gotten around to it till now. It's directed by James Franco. He's directed a couple other films that I know are on Netflix. I've never really been... I checked out some of his other films, and I didn't think they were directed too well, or at least I didn't think the films were that good. So honestly, in terms of him directing this, I didn't really have super high hopes. I think he's a great actor though, or at least has delivered some great performances. I think he's good in all the Spider-Man films. I think he's great in 127 Hours. Here, honestly, this is my favorite performance he's ever done. I thought he was great here. He's great as Tommy Wiseau, or Wiseau, or however you say his name. Have you ever seen The Room, which this film is like a dramedy, like a documentary type movie about the making of The Room, except it's done in like a kind of a comedic way because Tommy Wiseau is kind of a comedic person, like personality-wise. If you know anything about The Room, you know the dude's like really over the top. Here, he's of course still over the top. James Franco plays him to perfection. I'm gonna try not to spoil too much of this flick, because this is one I really want people to go see. This was just a great film. I thought it was an awesome movie. I'd give it 4 stars out of 4 just to go ahead and say. The highlight of the film is definitely James Franco. This is probably his best directing I've ever seen as well. I didn't like his movies that were all on Netflix or whatever, the ones I saw. Here though, this is his best direction. It's directed good, but the script and the acting is just top notch. He's great in this film. He's so eccentric. He's basically this guy who wants to, his dream is to like make a Hollywood movie, and he's like wants to be James Dean, the superstar, you know. And he gets together with this other dude who's actually played by Dave Franco or whatever. Yeah, his brother, which is, it's pretty funny seeing them both in the same movie. And Seth Rogen's also in here as a script supervisor. Dave Franco plays Greg. And it's really funny seeing, what I mean is, when I first heard about this film with James Franco, Dave Franco, and Seth Rogen, honestly, I automatically thought this is going to be a comedy, like just a big joke, like just making fun of The Room. But no, it actually has some heartfelt moments in it that really send up to it. It lets you see how weird Tommy Wiseau's character is, but also at the same time it lets you see how he really is his dream, and he has a real passion to be a filmmaker. And regardless of, you know, what you think about The Room, which it is a bad movie in my opinion, but it is really highly entertaining and enjoyable to see. Regardless of, you know, how good or bad his film is, the dude actually managed to make his dream come true and make a movie, which is saying a lot. There's not a lot known about the guy in real life, so there's not a lot actually explained in the movie, which did kind of hurt the film a little bit, but it also makes the character a little bit funnier and more fun because you don't learn shit about the dude by the end of the movie. He gets together with Greg, played by Dave Franco, and they go to Los Angeles, and he kind of hints that he might be gay, Tommy Wiseau's character, but they never go into it. They just kind of bring it up in like really jokey fashion or whatever. He's got like Dave Franco in his place, and he's like, so which side of the bed do you want? And he goes, you should have seen your face. It's pretty funny, but they never really delve into it too much. They just leave it there as hints. You can kind of see it as like a really epic friendship, or, you know, a love story kind of. And it kind of becomes a love triangle later on when Dave Franco's character like gets a love interest. And he ends up choosing basically working with Tommy over doing what she wants to do, so she ends up leaving him, so it pretty much ends in a bromance. He gets his movie made, well, I guess I am just going to spoil the flick after all, so I'm sorry. If you don't want to hear the ending of the flick, turn it off now. He gets his movie made, and it's just really hilarious comedy about how he's doing the movie because he has no idea what he's doing, and it's just these really wacky like decisions he makes about the film. Seth Rogen's like, I'm the script supervisor, should I see the script? And he's like, everyone wants to see the script. It's just hilarious the way the dude acts. He's the highlight of the film. Very enjoyable. You get to the end of the film, he premieres his movie, and it's of course terrible, and everybody's laughing. And first he's depressed, and Dave Franco's like, "Did Hitchcock get a reaction like this? Listen to him, man, screaming and laughing. They're loving it." So, you know, and then he turns around. He enjoys the reaction because they're getting, you know, really it's. Even though they're laughing at the film, they're loving it, and they give him a standing ovation. So they're happy about the movie. So he still pretty much wins. And the film kind of just has a good message about it, you know, about making your dreams come true if you work your ass off and at least try, whether you suck at it or not, at least you accomplished it, you know. And at the end of the movie, he's standing up around stage and he invites Dave Franco to come play with him, and he keeps calling him Babyface in the movie, which is pretty freaking hilarious. And he gets him up around stage and he's sitting there, saying he couldn't have got the movie made without his best friend. And that's really heartfelt, and then pretty much it ends, and then you get to see the clips of the real guy, Tommy Wiseau, and the other guy, Greg, or whatever. They're like, going to different premieres of the room and all that kind of shit, and it's really fun. And pretty much that's the end of the movie. The movie starts out with some celebrity cameos, like all talking about how much the room is like a masterpiece or whatever, and how much they love it, which makes it even funnier because anybody that knows about the room knows the movie sucks. One other thing is, I think it would help to see the room before you watch this. I think it makes the movie more enjoyable if you know the film they're talking about more. I think it makes the film more of a highlight. Anybody who's seen The Room will tell you, most people will say it's hilariously bad, and it is. You get some celebrity cameos in here. You get friggin' Zac Efron as like playing the drug dealer character that was in The Room. He's playing the actor who plays him, and it shows him shooting his scenes. He's hilarious, and he keeps cussing and everything. And James Franco playing Tommy Wiseau is like, he's a monster. And he's like, you did great, you're a monster. Pretty freaking hilarious. All in all, it's an easy 4-star out of 4 movie. It's an awesome flick. It's my third favorite film of the year. First would be Justice League. Second would be Blade Runner. Third would be this, Disaster Artist. But if I had to put them personal enjoyment of films is different from the actual quality of movies. If I had to say what was the best films I've seen this year, it would be Blade Runner and this would be the 2 best films I think I've seen all year. But yeah, this movie is just great and highly enjoyable. If you've seen The Room, I recommend it. And if you're a James Franco fan, hell yeah, I recommend it. And if you just want to watch, if you're into like just comedies, the movie's funny as shit. But yeah, I highly recommend this movie, Disaster Artist. Go out and see it. If you haven't seen it yet, go out and see it if it's still playing. Great film, 4 out of 4 stars. Best James Franco film I've seen. Best performance by him. 127 Hours takes number 2 spot now. Highly recommend this film, and I'll see you guys with the next video.